Welcome back. In a moment, some junior scientists with their explosive finale, but time now for my final guest. As host of Top Gear, he's no stranger to dangerous situations. But one thing that has got him quaking in his boots is his fast approaching 40th birthday. To help him prepare for this milestone, he's written a new book, Or Is That Just Me? That's the name of his book. Please welcome Mr. Richard Hammond.
Stress for you. Nothing to see. All perfectly normal hair.
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Lovely
I'm being
to meet
very
you.
brave, actually.
You're being very brave.
Oh yeah.
All right, listen.
Shock attack this morning. Unbelievable.
Straight away, what has happened to you now?
Well, I was on this run, and there were these people in trouble. I fell over and did my ankle in this morning. No, I come straight from Ross Hospital. That's where these are from.
This is what I love. He still came to the show. What a man.
Look at me.
Yeah, it was really, that's very brave.
I want to know if this is going to help anyone facing a big birthday.
Yes, I think it is, because one of the reasons I wanted to write about being 40 as a bloke is because of what I do, my stupid job. I've done quite a lot of... Well, because I've run with the Bulls in Pamplona, and we did our own version of Top of the Pops that didn't go very well, but nevertheless, ambition achieved. I've done quite a lot of things. Yes, precisely. So I've done quite a lot of stuff before 40, and we've all got those lists, haven't we, of things you want to do before. And I've worked my way through quite a few, but even so, I'm still...
Tell us the list of what you wanted to achieve. Like, give me about 5 things you wanted to achieve before you're 40.
I really wanted to play Top of the Pops, actually, when it was still around, and that happened thanks to, because I've been in bands for 25 years playing bass, and they're little pub club bands, no big deal, just having a bit of fun. And then on Top Gear we decided to do, for Comic Relief, to do our own version of Top Gear of the Pops. It wasn't very good. It's really bad. And so we got our own band together.
I've done a couple of bad Top of the Pops performances, it's fine.
Oh, mate, not as bad as ours. Yours were fine, were they not? Mine was... All right, no need to agree quite so readily. Mine was quite good too, I thought. Actually, it was terrible. And I suddenly realised, standing there, oh, God, this is one of my lifelong ambitions. Both achieved and ruined, courtesy of my job. And there's been, I mean, things like running with the Bulls in Pamplona, going to the North Pole, which we did that trip, which is really chilly. I shouldn't bother. It's just cold. There's nothing. It's just cold. So yeah, I'm lucky in that. I've got through quite a few, but there'll always be others left. I've got some left still.
Well, you're quite, mate. You're a very talented man. Because I was reading through, and you've done journalism, you've done radio presenting, you've done loads of stuff before you actually ended doing Top Gear.
So if I was any good at any of them, I'd still be doing it, wouldn't I?
Not necessarily. You're a jack of all trades.
Or it's like I worked at 8 radio stations because they kept firing me.
Maybe
I would have stayed at one, wouldn't I?
Just think of Howard, what was his name? Howard Stern?
Yeah. He's worked at a few.
Right. Are you getting a tattoo?
Yes, for my 40th. Well, I know.
I think you should.
I love tattoos, it's right, do it.
Yeah, but where's it going first? Before you say it?
I'm really hard to go on about.
Oh, young man, I'm so sorry.
I've done the tendons and everything.
Oh, God.
It came off, actually, boing, like that. If you'd been standing next to me running, they could have taken your head clean off whether they came off. I tied them back on and ran down to the hospital. More or less. Yes, I am. It's for my 40th.
If we knew, which we would never have wished upon you, to have happened what happened this morning, they wouldn't have written me any questions.
I felt such an idiot.
I mean, I know you've done some crazy things in your life, like trying to sleep with the captain of a ship. Do you want to
Oh, that was
tell us
poor.
about that?
Yeah, that's a long story made short. It's because I wrote about it in there. Is towards the end of this run-up to being 40, I was trying to be grown up all year and do things, you know, as a man. It's me. Approaching 40, it's me. Should well, it's been clear. Should behave. And so I was filming for a thing I do called Engineering Connections, which is quite a grown-up series. It's factual, it's interesting, on HMS Illustrious, which is an aircraft carrier, courtesy of the Royal Navy. And I thought, well, this is the perfect opportunity to put into practice all that I've learned about behaving with, you know, decorum, standards, a little bit of dignity, perhaps, as a 40-year-old man. So we landed on the ship, and unfortunately, they introduced me to a thing called the rum tot.
I knew alcohol was... I knew something had to happen here. Did you get completely gone?
Coming. Well, because it's not a little tot, is it? I thought a tot would be like... Would you like a tot, sir? Yeah. I would, of course. I'm only a little fella, but I can hold my own. So they gave me... Oh, it's about half a pint of rum. And it's really strong rum.
A pint of rum?
It's about half a pint.
He ended up sleeping with the captain of the ship.
Well, not directly, no, because...
No, I'm not saying
I've
he
got
did
to get
anything.
this book. Give me your copy.
I'm learning from you, great master.
I tried to pick a
Living
fight.
on the dangerous
I tried to pick a fight with the biggest marine on the ship, who had me in a headlock saying, "Richard, this is what I do for a living." All right, fine. So I stormed off in high dudgeon to what I thought was my cabin, and he stopped me just as I was about to rip open the curtain to the captain's cabin and get into bed with the captain by accident.
There's a lot of love on the ship.
I can't go back to the Royal Navy.
Oh.
When's Top Gear back on?
2 weeks this Sunday.
Oh, excellent.
Yay.
You got any...
Or is it a week? It's a week this Sunday.
Yeah.
A week
Brilliant.
on Sunday.
Can I come?
Have you got any stunts that you've...
Yes. We're sort of... Obviously, before we go into the studio and do the actual studio shows for the Sunday night, we go and do the films, some of them, and we're in the middle of that process now.
Wow.
And, yeah, it's...
I'd love to come down.
Do you know, it's series 14 now. 14 series.
Wow.
And we never thought... When I started it, we all thought, well, let's do a car show as we think it should be done. But I never thought... I thought maybe 3, 4 series it might last. That's 14, 7 years solid.
That's amazing.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Amazing.
Oops. It was supposed to be a job, not a career.
No, you do.
On and on.
You've got a DVD out as well. Tell us what's on the DVD.
Yeah, we have it. Well, I just showing you how to be a Top Gear presenter.
Well, mate, you must be doing something right. 14 series.
The secrets. Oh no, it's not as easy as you think. You got to dress well and style your hair nicely, and you know, there's a lot more to being a Top Gear presenter than you think. So I've shown you how to make a Top Gear film in your own home.
Oh, we've got a clip of it, so can we have a look at it? Let's have a look.
It's your job as presenter to pilot the car in question into shot in the most dramatic way possible. Today I'm going to go for the camera framed on an empty runway. The car power slides in, straightens up and zooms out maneuver. Look and learn.
I don't know how you do it.
Can I ask you a question? Do you notice as you're getting older, right, you start saying things you shouldn't say, like what I'm about to say now? You're an incredibly handsome man.
That's nice.
I just saw that on that show.
That's nice. It's often been said, sitting here, I really feel it.
Go and get his book. Good luck with it. It's going to be huge.
Thank you.
Because we're all going to buy it.